Alright lads, welcome back to another Dauntless video. Today we're going to do a recap on what I gave a video on a week ago in regards to 1.50 patch with the leveling up system. A couple of things changed a couple of days ago when the 1.51 update was released. Sorry I couldn't do the video back then when it was released initially because I actually wasn't here in my home, I was actually away. And in regards to COVID, it stopped me from traveling back in time, etc, etc. But anyway, it doesn't matter. And I do understand a couple of content creators have already covered this topic already, but regardless, I need to do it myself because I've already got a video out there in regards to leveling up, and it looks very silly if I just keep something up there which is outdated. And I really do want to keep the video up there because it is doing well. But people go into that video I will be putting a link in that video to this video, just so obviously the exposure of the videos obviously is double. Like, why wouldn't you do that? So I don't want to just get rid of the video because it's one of my best performing videos. I want to keep it up there. But also at the same time, it's a bit silly of me keeping information out there for you guys to not understand what's actually going on there. So regardless, it's going to be very similar to that video. If you want to skip to a couple of minutes into the video, I'll be explaining the proper ins and outs of the XP. But first things first, I want to say thank you for helping me get to 1,500 subs now. I gained 500 subs in like 3 weeks, which for me is huge. So thank you very much. If you haven't already subbed, feel free to, because I do release a lot of content on Dauntless weekly. Normally 2 to 3 videos. I sometimes get 4 or 5 out, but it normally is on average 2 to 3. So feel free to subscribe if you are new, like the content if you enjoy it as well, etc, etc. I do stream on Twitch mostly 2 to 3 times a week, but recently I haven't been streaming as much just because I've been wanting to put a lot more YouTube content out, but my link will be in the description below. Now the boring stuff is out of the way. Oh, also this is an Udi now. I got a new fairy thing, yeah? New fairy. All you guys already to my channel know about my fairy Udi, yeah? Tracksuit, fairy track. Right, now the boring stuff's out the way. Going through to leveling system. Before we actually explain the thresholds, make sure you are collecting your dailies every single day. Please do it, even if you're not actually wanting to do some hunts in a day. Just quickly log in. Come get your daily. Come over here. Open the core. It will be somewhere here. Phoenix Labs, please give us an open to all button. It's really bugging me. I don't want to open these cores individually. But yeah, open your dailies. You'll either get some merits, some rams, some whatever, sometimes some bounties. So make sure you are opening those. It will benefit you in the long run. Please, please, and please. Moving on to the leveling system. There's a lot of people saying, oh, escalation is really good when you're like level 10 and above, etc. Yes, it's good if you want to do private hunts and you'd rather just hunt on your own, which I do prefer. But I've done the escalation so much, I really get bored of them. They are still a good source of XP. They are still like one of the best sources of XP actually. But in my opinion, I think in terms of actually just going around getting XP, being more efficient with your time, I recommend you staying on hunting grounds. Right now, I'm going to put up a grid right here. It will be a grid the same as last video. If you have already seen that video, from -5 to 0, then 0 to +5. This will explain level caps in regards to your level. As you can see right down here, my hammer is Reforge 5 at the bottom. Ignore that number. But level 2, which basically means in correspondence to my chart, +5 will make me fight a +7 behemoth, which can be found here on Sunderstone, Ulrich's Peak, Frost March. Those 3 will give me the highest XPs for bang for my buck for XP. Like I said, if I fought a level 7 behemoth in one of these zones, that will give me a total of 225 XP. This goes for if I fought, let's say, a level 2 behemoth all the way here in Revelation Rock, Boreal Outpost, or Embermain Cove. That will give me a correspondence of 0 XP equivalent, which is 100. And then vice versa, let's say I'm level 2. I can't really show you an example of a level 5, but let's say I'm level 2 as I am here, and I fight a level 1 behemoth, which is -1 on the chart. That will give me a -1 variant of 85 XP. If this clarification is not the greatest for you, please head over to the video linked in the description below. The chart will be different. It will be from the patch 1.5, but my explanation might be a little bit better there. You might understand me a bit better there, so go over there if you feel like it. Regardless, that's how the XP system works in general. Now onto my tips into actually getting XP. Same as last time, I do recommend you fighting behemoths above your pay grade, above your level. But this time it actually benefits you more to actually do this more than it was before. And people will say, oh no, I can't even kill things on my level. Here's a little solution for you. Let's say you're level 2. If your weapons are power surged or you're pretty decent at the game, I do recommend at the early levels from 1 all the way to 10, make sure you're at levels +3, +4, or +5 above your level. That means I'm level 2 here on my weapon. Make sure you're fighting behemoths which are +5, +6, +7. Make sure you're doing this at the low ranks because the behemoths are pretty simple still and you don't need that much power to kill them anyway. Also, people can normally kill these behemoths on the zones and they can help you regardless. But if your weapons aren't power surged and you don't really feel comfortable, just stick to like level 2, +2 or +3 of your level. It will still work. Regardless, let's say when you start hitting level 8 to 10, then you start feeling like you're struggling a little bit. If you are struggling, that is, and your weapons aren't power surged like mine or some other people's, then I recommend just sticking just 1 above. 1 above still gives you a boost of 25 XP per behemoth. It's better than just getting 100. I'm pretty sure most people out here with an Iceborne build or parasitic build can deal with a +1 behemoth. So I do recommend doing at least +1 of your level regardless. But the best way to level up, in my opinion, this is my opinion and my own testing for time and management, not including escalations because I don't like doing escalations. But like I said before, escalations are still a good viable way. My opinion, the best thing to do right now, as soon as you hit level 13 or 14, go straight to Hades Reach. This will give you a +5, +4 benefit of all behemoths, obviously until you go up levels, etc, etc. But you can stay in this zone right up to level 20 because Hellion at rank 50, it will give you a Hellion level 15 to level 18. And they're really simple to kill if you know how you fight them. So it's really, really simple. I'm actually going to show you a Hellion fight in a second solo just to show you how I would kill Hellion. Yes, I will be level 20 probably. I might use my axe class, so it might be level 17. But regardless, I'll just show you how simple like Hellion really, really is to kill. But obviously, not just Hellion. We got Razorback, Caraback here, Skarn, Embermane, Quillshot. These behemoths are really, really simple to kill. Caraback and Embermane have got the 2 lowest HPs in the game. Tied for the lowest, actually, I believe. These 2 are really simple to kill. Quillshots are pretty simple manual kill as well. You get an early stagger, and obviously you get an OP proc really simply. But for some reason, Hellion always pops up the most, and he's really, really easy to kill because he's not a Scorched Stone, he's just a normal Hellion. So I do recommend, if you want to get your best bang for your buck, do what I said before. That's +3 to 5 when you're low levels. And as soon as you hit level 13, 14, go straight to Hades Reach and just stay there, killing as many Hellions as you can. And I recommend doing them solo because it's easier solo because people don't interfere with your damage, etc, etc. Right, I've spoken a lot. My mouth is already dry. Let me just that's all been said. That's my honest opinion of what you should do. But regardless, I'm now going to show you a run on Hellion. And then I'll speak about the levels in terms of what weapon I'm going to use. I'm pretty sure I'm going to use my axe, actually. Let's have a little look before we move over. Yeah, my axe is level 18. So depending on what level the Hellion is, I'll show you the difference in levels. And then I'll go to a lower zone with my hammer because they're lower level, level 2. And I'll show you the level gap there as well. So I'll see you guys over there. Alright lads, that's just a quick one. It wasn't a solo fight because this Zuper decided to get in the way of the fight. But no matter. A level 16 Hellion, my axe is level 18. So I am in the -2 category of XP. But I'm just going to show you how simple it is to kill Hellion. Like, he hasn't got that much HP. He's already down to a quarter. And for the sake of killing him for a matter of like 1 to 2 minutes and gaining the -2 threshold, sometimes -3 or -4 depending on what level you are, it really is worth your time, in my opinion. There was actually a guy who I was playing with the other day. He was like, oh yeah, Hellion's a really good source of XP. And I was like, actually, you are right. And I agree with that. Literally 1 minute into the fight and he's already on no HP and he dies. So there you go, have it. We have 70 XP from the -2 threshold. Moving on to the -1 XP variant of XP, just for another quick example of the minus categories. We've got a level 2 hammer against a level 1 lesser ember main. I don't just love getting the easy stagger on ember main. 1 ether blast, 3 ether blasts, dead for a -1 kill, giving us 85 XP under that category. Last but not least, showing you a +5 behemoth variant with me being level 2 hammer and the Charog being level 7. I really want to show to you how easy these behemoths are at a lower level. Yes, I do have power surge gear, but regardless, it is a good example just to show you that against +5 behemoths at this level, it's real no threat if you can trigger overpower, etc, etc, and if you can just make him just stay on the floor as much as possible. If you did like the video, obviously as I said before, leave it a like, subscribe if you're new, all of that business. I'm now going to just show you the finish of Charog and giving me the +5 variant XP of 225.